Hi everyone, it's the 4th of September. So yesterday's bearish call actually played out in a big way. The break of that red channel and the break of this golden bottom band is surely a bearish reversal. A backtest on that golden broken support, which would be around 55.75, would actually become another reversal point. I think we have more downside from here. And I'm now looking into the bigger picture again because you remember this green channel was broken and back tested. This is the kind of the second back test almost. Now we are reversing again. Where do we go from here? We may chop around for quite some time during the entire September and even like the mid-October until the mid-October. This is a potential double support. So if it comes down and then up again and then comes down again, by the 13th of October, we may hit this double support, which is going to be just over 5,000, maybe 5,075 or so. So we may see a kind of maybe like a 10% correction, just like we saw in July. And then if this blue bottom band holds, clearly that would actually catapult us all the way to 6,000 plus. So that's wishful thinking. We always have to watch the price action for that. But the fact that we're seeing a reversal here makes me think that this correction that started in July, end of June, July time, is not over yet. And we are going into a very choppy period. And SPX cash is the same. The golden bottom band broke after the red channels break. And the blue bottom band is going to be the next potential support. And same with this one. I'm going to put that here. And it's that purple bottom band together with the blue. Let's put that purple bottom band right there. See, it would be around 5,000 or above 5,000. I'm going to put it on the 6-hourly chart to show you a bit of a zoom out picture right there. Okay, so could be around 5,000 actually. So that remains to be seen, but I think what we saw is a bearish reversal. DAX came down after breaking that green bottom band. That was a short call. We broke that black support as well. Two touches on the top, two touches on the bottom. It's broken. It came down, which is what I called. It's going to back test the blue and red supports, and we bounce maybe. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. A small bounce already. If we see a backtest of that black support, broken support, which should turn a resistance, then we come back down again, and then we will see whether that golden bottom band gets tested eventually. But either way, that Dow Jones had been one of the strongest because it touched near all-time highs. But is it going to keep on rallying inside this golden uptrend? Or at some point, if we break it down, then this purple bottom band or this purple broken resistance would be the next potential support. So that again is the one we should be watching. Okay, and I can also put something out there like this one. Okay, so right there, and we make this green. Okay, and this green channel is broken and it won't get back tested again, so we can remove that. And obviously the green bottom band would be the next support if it breaks the red and blue. So if it starts to come down and breaks down that golden bottom band as well, this may turn into a large bull flag if that green bottom band gets tested. Again, on the Dow Jones Cash, I called for the break of that green support, and the golden internal support was broken too. The black support is broken. It is now testing the blue one. That blue broken resistance was back tested here, and it's getting back tested again. I forgot on the continuous futures where this could also turn into a channel. I know there are too many lines. I know. I'm gonna make it clear, okay? So, but no, this is not gonna work. Parallel lines, we put that parallel line and then pull it all the way here because that is a potential uptrend, okay? So I'm going to put that in purple color, and it's that purple bottom band that may also cause a bounce and then really rally. So maybe we are not going to get. So this is why I'm looking at different indices. Okay, so sometimes ES or NASDAQ don't give us any good signals, but Dow Jones may do. And Dow Jones, if the purple bottom band holds, it may still rally big time. This here is the low of August, beginning of August. We have this trend, and if it does touch that purple bottom band and rally, then we may still be inside this down uptrend. And the purple one is this one here. So I'm going to put this also on the cash CFD. Yeah, that purple bottom band may hold and send it to the previous highs. And that's why we should be watching it very carefully. Look, NASDAQ also broke down. So the blue resistance really didn't give way. That was bearish. And of course, that purple bottom band's break, that caused the sell-off. This is what happens when a support breaks really for good. The green bottom band was the only one for a bull flag, which didn't really hold. I'm going to zoom in a little bit with the 2 hourly. And it tried to bounce a little bit, but now it's broken and it even got back tested. So this looks bearish, obviously. Okay, but where do we go from here? I'm going to switch to the 8 hourly and see where we could be headed. All right, this red bottom band is from the lows of 2022 October, right? This is the low of October, 2 touches on the top band, and we have only 1 touch on the bottom band. So if NASDAQ comes down, touches this red bottom band, we may still see a big rally starting right off that level. So that blue resistance, we can keep that one at the moment. I can also see maybe there is another downtrend happening here, right? But of course, this is again a long shot if it gets there. Right, let's put this in the golden color, right? That golden bottom band, obviously it is much lower than that red bottom band. So I doubt it's going to get to that golden bottom band. Before that, there is this blue support, there is the red bottom band. So I don't think that golden bottom band is going to get tested. NASDAQ, cash, also, you can see the purple channels break. This is why we sold off. It broke down the green bottom band, which is a potential bull flags break to the downside. And it is now coming closer to this golden potential support. This is the previous high, came down without making new lows, new highs. It came down again. So we may see a bounce off the golden bottom band if it really holds, if it wants to start to rally. And if it does start to rally, then the golden top band is going to be. So this golden channel, well, actually, this looks quite good, isn't it? Maybe 2 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom. Yeah, we'll see. All right, that remains to be seen as a potential downtrend, but also a kind of a bull flag maybe. Russell, okay, the blue resistance was not broken. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many touches on that? Right here, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. This couldn't be broken, and I think I'm going to put it all the way to the previous highs. And you can see here that blue resistance was not really broken. Okay, that failed to break. Okay, and we broke down the red bottom band. Actually, I was hoping that this red bottom band would be this. From the lows of August, but actually this was just a spike. So actually it was this 1, 2, 3 touches, You can see it was broken, back tested perfectly, then came down. It broke down this green support. It broke down this green support. So this triangle or a wedge, which was broken to the upside, they both broke down. And that, of course, is very bearish. Where do we go from here? Now it's time to look into where this could end up. And we have this major broken resistance. So I'm going to put it right there. That blue support, excuse me, that blue resistance was broken with news, came down with news again, but now it was broken with natural market forces. Now, is it going to hold at around 2,100 and then keep on rallying? That remains to be seen. If it doesn't, then we have to remove this blue support because it's been breached too many. It would be breached too many times. It already is breached too many times, but it was because these two were news induced. So I'm still keeping this as a support rail, okay? But if it doesn't hold, if it drops below 2,100, then I think this golden internal support will break, and the next potential support would be this golden bottom band. That would be around 2070. No, excuse me. What? No, no. It's 1970. Sorry. It's around 1950, 1970, depending on how fast it gets there or if it gets there. Then we would, of course, see a major rally starting. FTSE, that green resistance break failed big time. And but it's still above this red broken resistance, so which is obviously bullish. And DAX has now reversed at that blue resistance, first, second, third, and fourth. And I said if it breaks the red, we're going to come down hard. Now I'm now going to put out something as a potential support. Okay, the golden top band is here. Internals are pretty good, which broke down. So the golden bottom band is our next potential major support. So if it does touch it and we break out, excuse me, if it does touch it and it holds and starts to bounce, I think it's going to rally to that blue resistance and to break it. Okay, so we will see what's happening right there. French index, obviously it couldn't break that black resistance, so it's coming down now. We may get a back test at 7,300-ish. And from there, I'm expecting another rally. TLT is still aiming for that green top band at 100, 101. And the 10-year Treasury note is not moving much. Slightly moving, yes, now. And shall we put this inside a potential uptrend? That could be happening, right? Yeah, it's this one. If it touches the red bottom band, then we rally to that blue top band, which is a potential resistance. This is oil, and oil came down to the blue bottom band after breaking this black support. This is exactly what I've called for quite some time, actually, since the break of that red and since that golden resistance, and that was around 85. From 85 to $70, I've been bearish. And it came down, it broke down the black support yesterday, and it's now backtesting it because that blue bottom band is holding. That blue bottom band just below 70, right? It provided a bounce so far. 69.25 was the lowest point. So now, if it breaks that black, so it's now holding as resistance. As you can see, that black support, previous support becomes a resistance. We may see it coming down one more time today, but then after that, another touch at that blue support, and then we rally to break out of the golden small. It's not that small, but it's still small in the big picture. We may break it to the upside, and that should actually catapult it towards $80 to break that major golden resistance. So oil may be seeing a major low here. Brent oil, it touched the, I'm going to now show it to you right here. Okay, it touched the blue support. It's now trying to bounce, Is it breaking it down, or is it going to become a support here? That is a very big question. Okay, is it breaking down or is it bouncing? It is actually bouncing off the golden bottom band. So I can even argue. So I'm going to put it just like the US oil. I'm going to put it in what color? Let's choose it. Let's choose purple then, right? That purple bottom band, that's a perfect touch and bounce. Look at this beauty. And you can see here that purple bottom band just got tested. And is it going to bounce? Is it going to really rally to get to the green resistance and bounce and break that golden major resistance as well? So this here is a really beautiful bull flag in the making. And if it does break that green resistance rail and get to this level and smash through, then oil has bottomed out. So today is extremely important. Gold came down and broke down that red bottom band, okay, which is why we shorted. And it's this green channel that is holding. I didn't close half of the position. I should have. I should have closed it at the new low, because that purple support held. We can see here, this is the previous low, this first and second touch. So it's come back up quite a bit. If it stays inside the green downtrend, we should see it coming down, touch the blue bottom band at around 24.65, and then rally to that blue top band. Obviously, the break of this red channel is bearish, but of course, if it breaks out of the green and breaks that red, which would be today on the spot chart, it would be 24.97. If it can do that, 24.97, which is another $9 really, not much, and that would look very bullish again. And this is the futures continuous futures chart. That red channel is broken and back tested, which is what we short at 2,500. It came down, it bounced off that black support. So I'm going to show it also as purple, okay, just like the other one. And now it's recovering. And if it comes down again, my target is 24.73. Yeah, for this short from 2,500. And then we can even buy it to start a rally to get to the blue top band. That blue top band is a major one with 3 touches. If it breaks back into the red and breaks out of the green, then we may see a big rally to that blue top band. I'm still long-term, obviously bullish, right? So you can see that this golden major resistance was broken, back tested. This is another back test here. A little bit sloppy, but it's still bullish because it still hasn't penetrated back into the golden broken channel. So this looks still bullish. But I just had a swing short, but I want to buy it again at the next dip. Has it already dipped, or has it really one more downside before it rallies? That remains to be seen. Silver, we called short. Obviously, if you watch my video with Kasper, I said this black channel is broken and the blue support. The green downtrend was broken and back tested. That's why it's looking still very bearish. And the red bottom band together with the golden, that golden bottom band. So let me put this into a little bit more perspective. Around $25, which is going to be, and I can even give you a date for that. That date is 22nd of September. That's still, it leaves us a little bit more time, but I'm going to remove the green. So to make it a bit more clearer, break off that black, the red top band, the break off that blue support. So maybe we see a bounce, come down again. By 22nd of September, we bottom out at $25 on the spot chart. And why? It's actually a triple support. So I'm going to put it on the daily chart. And you can see here, this blue major resistance would also be back tested. Together with the red, golden, and blue, that would be a major triple support. and then rally towards $35, $40. That would be a massive one. So I'm going to be buying silver at $25 if it gets there. And this is the futures continues, it's the same. And this is platinum chart. I called for a bearish scenario for quite some time, especially after breaking this blue support, back testing it. Then we had the red downtrend, which I removed from the picture. But what matters here is this golden resistance with 4 touches. The green top band, that was a double resistance. It came down, broke down that green bear flag, back tested it twice, first and second. It also back tested this golden support zone, which was broken and became a resistance. Now we're inside this red downtrend, and it's trying to bounce. But of course, if it touched the red, I think it's going to come down all the way to 885, 880, 885, which could become the golden support for a wedge formation. But if it doesn't, then the golden bottom band, the very golden bottom band. So let me put this into, purple again, right? This purple line may turn into support, but if it doesn't hold, then it would come down all the way to 850, which is that golden bottom band. So natural gas, this is the continuous futures chart. And if that golden top band holds together with the blue, a little bit penetrate, it needs a little bit of a damage on the golden top band to touch that blue, but the blue top band is at 22.95 and the golden top band is slightly lower than that. But if it touches 22.95, I'm expecting another reversal to stay inside the golden downtrend and bring it all the way to 175, maybe even lower than that. And this is the October contract, which is still inside this golden downtrend. It bounced off the blue bottom band, which is a bear flag now. So clearly, if this whole thing turns into a bear flag, which it can, which it will, I think. Look at this beauty, right? First, second, third, 2 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom. But for a bearish scenario, it really has to stay inside the golden downtrend, and it has to come down and break this blue bottom band. This is a bear flag, potential bear flag. Copper didn't play out, obviously. This was the double support at 393. We rallied, we broke out of the red bull flag, but just recently we broke down the golden uptrend and broke back into the red broken bull flag. This is bearish. What would be more bearish is the break of this blue support. That's a major support. This is the low of 2023. This is low of 2024 February, and this is August. So this is three touches on that blue support. Anything below 400, which is not far now, anything below actually 390, 397, 396 would break that blue support, and that would open the way for much lower prices. Can it rally? Can it really stay inside the blue and rally to 450, 470? Of course it can. But this failure of the bull flag is not a good sign. Now, let's have a look at euro. Let's have a look at euro now. You can see here, this daily chart, okay, had already shown us the break of that green resistance, break of this blue one, that's the triangle breakout. The green resistance was from the highs of 2021. This is the high of 2023, end of 2023. This is this year. The blue resistance, the green one, they were both broken, which is why euro looks bullish to me. And if the purple bottom band holds, we rally to that golden top band. And obviously the major one here is that red downtrend. That is a giant downtrend from the highs of 2008. Anything to break it, which would be 115, is going to target a new all-time high for euro. Yes, that would be 160, 170. That would be very bearish for US dollar, of course. Pound sterling also made a big, big breakout. I'm going to zoom out a little. Apologies for the jerky action on my platform, but it actually shows this golden major resistance from the highs of 2008. Our target is now the red top band, which is at 145. It's this 145, which is the Brexit sell-off that we should recover. And if this purple broken resistance holds, we rally to the green top band and even smash it. That green resistance is still holding. US dollar, Japanese yen. I'm going to show it on the daily chart first, right? This red channel was broken down. This, of course, from the lows of 23, we rallied, we got to the red top band. We tried to test it, but that green top band actually held. Came down, broke this blue support. It broke down the red uptrend. Recently, it bottomed out at that green support rail. I think the ultimate target is that green bottom band before it rallies again. But is it going to first get to 140, 152 to backtest the red and then come down? That remains to be seen. I think there was a good chance to start a rally after breaking. So this is the 4-hourly chart, first, second, third, fourth. We broke it, back tested. Now, is it going to be able to rally? That purple resistance was broken, which was looking good at the back test, but the back test didn't really hold. So if it breaks that purple support, then we have more downside. If it doesn't, and we start to rally here, it may get all the way to 152. So a break of this purple support would actually become a short call. And DXY, which is the US dollar index, remember the golden channels break, and then the red bull flags failure, back tests came down, which is where we turned very bearish on US dollar. But of course, if it comes down to the blue bottom band inside the green downtrend, at 99.50, we may still see a big rally starting. So got to be careful there. Aussie dollars double resistance reversal, that red one. This is this is the low of 2015, 2020. That red resistance is holding. I thought it's going to break, but it didn't. Together with the blue resistance, first, second, third, and fourth. That's why it's still bearish, but a breakout would be massively bullish at some point. And Kiwi looks more bullish than Aussie dollar, and that's why I'm slightly leaning bullish on the down under currencies, because that golden resistance, first, second, like 21, 22, 23, 24, and we broke out. And recently broke down the red downtrend, but uptrend. But I think we may get a back test. We don't have to. So let me switch to the 2-hourly chart to show you where we are at. Yeah, that golden broken resistance. Okay, and yeah, on the 2-hourly, it's not very obvious yet, like that. So we broke it, back tested that golden resistance. The red uptrend is broken after reversing at the top band, came down. Is it inside the green bull flag? I think it's going to reverse all this still, come down a little bit more inside the green, and then a breakout would look bullish, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the US dollar CAD. This is the failed breakout, right? This here is the failed breakout. Now, is it going to come down to touch the golden and then rally? That remains to be seen. Now, where do we go from here? Now we have agriculturals, coffee. Has disappointed, and the reason is quite clear. That blue resistance, right? We are long from 223, okay? We were long from here. 196. We closed at 247, came down, we bought it again at 223. It left a gap at 227, it rallied, and I thought it is going to break 255 and rally to that 275, which is that blue top band. You can see the blue channel right here, potential channel, and that 275 would be the next potential target and resistance. And it's inside the black uptrend. So very nice uptrend at the moment. That's why we bought it right there at 223. Now, is it going to break the black bottom band, fill the gap at 227, touch that blue potential support, and then rally? I think the upside is very big, and anything to break 300 would be a multi-decade breakout. Wheat is ripping, and it actually surprising to me because that blue support was broken and back tested. Now it's broken back up. So this is the futures continuous, right? And we're going to see whether it can get to that red top band and smash through. Okay, that's the long-term chart. And on the December contract, it has broken the blue resistance as well. It's forcing the golden top band, and it's that red top band that is coming our way for a potential resistance. Soybeans is looking very good because that red top band is breaking to the upside. And also on the November contract, which is the current contract, it has broken the blue resistance and it's back testing it. And so far it's bouncing a little bit. So we have to, is it forming an uptrend right there? And I think it is. Oh, look at that. That looks very good. Do you see that? That golden bottom band is holding together with the blue. So I think soybeans is going to have a positive day today, which is a double support right here. And corn also rallying. You can see the green bottom band touch. It's out of the blue downtrend. This is futures, continuous futures. What matters here also is this red gigantic uptrend, a multi-decade uptrend, which is staying intact. So is it going to come down to touch it for the third time? Because this low hasn't touched it. If it does touch it, it would even become a better rally, a better buyout, which would be just over 350. And corn's December contract, it bounced off the green support, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, so many touches, it finally bounced. The green top band didn't really hold, and finally that blue resistance is the one to watch. But of course that red top band may turn into resistance too. But either way, I think all these agriculturals are putting in major lows. They were so depressed, and I've been calling for at least an ETF buying for all of the members. Now the red resistance is the one to watch on cocoa. So far it hasn't. Is it going to? I mean, you can see the red channels break at 2400. That was my long call, and it quadrupled in less than a year. It broke out of the golden top band, and this is a deep back test. It really has to stay above the previous lows and rally. And on the December contract for cocoa, this couldn't be held, and it's this red channel, which may turn into a bear flag, quite honestly. Is it going to come down after breaking the red, or is it going to touch and rally to break the red top band? That is a big question. So this is the December contract. Now, sugar had, if I'm going to show you the long-term chart right here, that golden top band reversed, caused the reversal, which is what I've been calling for a short at 28, came down pretty hard, confirming it as a giant downtrend, also a bull flag. Then it broke down the blue bottom band right here after bouncing at $18, came down, but it formed the red wedge, right? I'm going to show it on the daily chart. Yeah, right here. That blue support was broken, but then it's broken back up. So it looks kind of yeah, a little bit shaky, a little bit choppy. This green resistance rail is holding at the moment, and I'm going to show you now the October contract. That blue resistance rail, I think, will have a little bit more downside to fill this gap at 1840. It can. And then from here, if it breaks that blue resistance, then I think sugar will go. And cotton has bottomed out at the red bottom band, and the green broken resistance is backtest. Now it's trying to break that blue top band, and if it prevails, tried it yesterday, if it prevails, or if it comes down to 67 and then breaks out, that will be the ideal. But anything to break that blue top band is going to look very bullish all of a sudden to touch at 80, that red top band at around 85. Now, we switch to the Bitcoin and all the other coins. I'm not going to cover all of them, but all the altcoins are looking horrible because the Bitcoin and Ethereum are not really rallying. That blue resistance, I called for a bear, and the blue bottom band call broke down, but then it was reclaimed. So that was a bull flag, failed bull flag, but then it recovered back in. But just recently, yeah, remember, I mean, if you saw my previous charts, right? And it actually is that green supports backtest, yeah, and rally, and then came down. And then that blue support is now breaking to the downside, right? This green support is broken and backtested. It is now breaking to the downside. Yeah. So this here is very much intact. And we have that green supports backtest. And this here is the break of that golden support. The green supports backtest was a little bit damaging to that, and then it came down hard. Now Ethereum had reversed at that. So after breaking, you can see here, after breaking this support zone, it backtested it at 2800, came down, broke down that red support. It came, and backtested it, which was very bearish. Now, what matters here is that this here, right, that blue support has to really be broken for a major downturn. Okay, that is very, very critical, right? So now we have CAS that has reversed. It failed to break that green top band, green bottom band. This here is the break of that wedge, and that's why it's looking bearish now. Failure is always bearish, okay? And BNB, this is the Binance coin. It had broken the green bull flag, and backtest is not really holding. PAL is trying to break the blue and green supports. It is inside this purple bull flag, but so far there is no action to break out because of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they are all bearish. The green bull flag right here, and Solana is inside the golden bull flag, which may be tested for the third time on the bottom band. And Monero is the best one, actually best looking one, because it's showing massive relative strength. And if you look at this here, the red bull flag was broken and backtested, and this green bull flag right here, right, that green bull flag is going to be broken at 185, and that should actually catapult it higher. So this here is the best looking altcoin at the moment, Monero. Ripple has to break out of this blue large triangle at 70 cents for a buy signal. And Zcash is looking bad because so far there is no real action. And Jasmine is inside the blue bull flag. It may find the green bottom band support and rally. And OM didn't touch that red bottom band, but if it does, we may still see a rally to the red top band. And data has to break this golden top band to start a rally, probably towards 13 cents. We are at 4 cents. So there is that. And finally, I have all the other coins, but finally, I'm going to do Aave. It has to break 180, 190 to start a rally. But I think the obvious target is now that red top band, maybe pull back. And then after that, it has to break out. All right, I have loads more, but I'm not going to cover any of them because it's getting too long. All right, take care, guys. Bye.